So at the end of every year in Japan, something really fascinating happens. They have this ritual, but it's not about remembering. It's about intentionally forgetting. It's a whole season of parties with one really powerful goal: to let go of the past. Today, we're going to dive into this incredible tradition called Bōnenkai.
Think about it. We all have our ways of trying to close the book on a rough year, right? But imagine if there was a structured social ritual designed for that exact purpose. A way for your entire office or group of friends to collectively just wipe the slate clean. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the cultural pressures that make something like Bōnenkai so necessary. Then, we'll break down the art of forgetting itself. After that, we're taking you inside a typical party, exploring whether it's an obligation or a true liberation. And finally, we'll see how all this incredible noise leads to a period of silence.
Okay, so to really get Bōnenkai, you first have to understand the world it comes from. This isn't just an excuse for a party, it's a totally essential release valve for a whole year's worth of built-up tension.
You see, Japanese society is really built on this foundation of self-control and keeping the group happy. You've got strict social hierarchies, especially at work, and this constant, ever-present politeness. The priority is always group harmony. And over a whole year, that can lead to a major buildup of stress and things left unsaid. Eventually, something's got to give.
And that is exactly where Bōnenkai comes in. It's the culture's brilliant solution for processing the year and getting ready for a genuinely fresh start.
The name Bōnenkai literally tells you everything you need to know. Let's break down the characters. Bo means to forget. Nen is year, and Kai is gathering. Put it together, and you get Forget the Year Gathering. The entire purpose is right there in the name. A party specifically designed to forget the troubles of the year that's ending. This makes it so clear that Bonenkai is not just a holiday party like we might think of it. It's a functional, almost therapeutic ritual. You can think of it as a kind of social hygiene. A deliberate, organized way to release all the pressure that's built up over the last 12 months.
So what does this organized forgetting actually look like in practice? Well, let's step inside a typical Bōnenkai, which is usually held at a traditional Japanese pub called an izakaya.
Now, even in this moment of release, there are some key unwritten rules. The party doesn't really kick off until everyone yells "kanpai," which means cheers. And here's a huge piece of etiquette. You never pour your own drink. You pour for others, and they pour for you. It's this beautiful gesture that reinforces taking care of each other. And all the food? It's served on big communal plates for everyone to share.
The transformation in the room is, honestly, it's amazing. With plenty of free-flowing drinks, that typical stiff office formality just melts away. For these few hours, the strict hierarchy between a manager and their employees is basically put on pause, and it creates the space for a kind of familiarity that is just so rare during the rest of the year.
And of course, there are games. A big highlight at many Bōnenkai is bingo. And this led to a pretty hilarious story where someone's coworker won Disneyland tickets without actually having a bingo. But in that fun, trusting, celebratory vibe, nobody even bothered to check the card. It's just all part of the fun.
But, the experience isn't quite that simple. For a lot of people, Bōnenkai is this fascinating paradox. Is it a mandatory chore you have to go to, or is it a moment of real, genuine freedom? On the one hand, especially for the company parties, showing up can really feel like an obligation. If you don't go, it could be seen as a lack of loyalty or team spirit, a crack in that group harmony that's so important.
But on the other hand, it offers this unique kind of liberation. This is one of the only socially acceptable times where you can openly air your frustrations. The alcohol helps loosen tongues, and it suddenly becomes possible to share honest feedback or even joke around with and about your boss in a way that would be completely unthinkable back at the office. So, how does all this not cause total chaos the next day? The answer is this brilliant, unspoken agreement, a kind of convenient amnesia. Whatever is said at the Bonenkai stays at the Bonenkai. The next morning, it's back to business. Politeness is restored, the hierarchies snap back into place, and everyone collectively forgets the wild confessions of the night before.
And this all brings us to the bigger picture. The whole Bōnenkai season isn't just about blowing off steam. It's actually a really important setup for what comes next. The key is to see this huge contrast between December and January. December is all about Bōnenkai. It's the season of noise, of group parties, of forgetting the past with your colleagues, but it's immediately followed by Shogatsu, the New Year, which is the exact opposite. It's a time of quiet,
of family gatherings and reflecting on the future.
When you think about it, one can't really exist without the other. The loud, chaotic, collective forgetting in December is what makes the quiet, personal reflection of January even possible. You have to empty the vessel before you can fill it up again with new hopes for the year ahead.
And this leaves us with one final thought. We spend so much time talking about remembering our mistakes and learning lessons, but maybe there's a profound wisdom in the total opposite. Is a deliberate, organized act of forgetting actually a necessary ritual for anyone, anywhere, to truly get a fresh start?